Can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Jeannie Berger, and you might be interested in knowing that I have roots that go way back in Melrose for a very long time. This home belonged to my great-grandparents, the Hiltons, and my grandparents, Walter and Emma Brinson, lived here. I'm following up with a haiku. There is a variation consisting of 9 lines and 25 syllables. When written in the correct shape, because you go first line, 1 syllable, then 2 syllables, then 3, you form a diamond shape. That may express a feeling, it can express nature, but the idea of a haiku is to capture something in the fewest words possible. So this is the first one. War is hell come to earth, most hateful thief that robs our nation and brings such grief. Widows weep, brave men die. This one has to do with spring. Spring, wake up, buttercup, sleeping earth, awake. Soft as the air, the day fair. It is May. Thank you.
Our next poet is Doc Harris. This is Hannah's husband, Doc. Here he comes.
Tell everybody. I don't even know what I'm doing up here. This is one of those 10-minute program or exercises that we do. He sat in the window staring out the glass in an old wicker chair, the kind that was made to last. His shiny black eyes just stared straight ahead. He sat there at night while others were in bed. The park across the street, he watched the seasons come and go, watched the seeds fall, saw the trees grow. The springtime so green, bird sounds filled the air. People passing by never even saw him sitting there. Summer came with its sun so warm. People filled the park. Children seemed to swarm. Autumn came. The leaves floated down among the grass, slowly turning brown. People hurried by. Collars turned up against the darkening sky. Winter came, and snow drifted down, making drifts with nary a sound. People slipped by with packages piled high. The park seemed empty with its trees so bare. But then there were twinkling lights everywhere. Folks bundled up, white breath in the air. A few months of cold seemed all they could bear. Spring was coming, and coats would be shed. Enough of this cold, and noses red. Flowers would be soon showing their blooms. The park would turn green. Birds would be singing. People will be laughing and leaving their warm rooms. He would just sit there in the old wicker chair. Such is the life of a stuffed teddy bear.
Okay, last of our local poets here is Dave Carpenter. And when Dave is finished, we're going to hear from Third Eye Spoken.
Oh, how about now? It's not feedback. Okay. Okay. Excuse me, I just had some pepper jack cheese.
That's the beginning of a poem.
Yeah. This first one is called Freedom is Obsolete. Where have they all gone? Those young men and young girls with small children? Have they not heard that war is obsolete? I thought we discovered that fact much earlier. I think I was enlightened to that truth in the 70s and filed it away as old news. Apparently, it's not old news. They're drawn by the promise of prosperity and a much improved lifestyle, free of guilt and recrimination. They tell you, for just a small interruption in the name of freedom, that prize can be yours. Then you awaken from that long flight and the bottom drops from that atlas. You were crouched in with 100 other souls, and now that old familiar feeling of emptiness is upon you, and you're face to face with that reality. And now the sandy wind is stinging your face and screaming it at you, but the message is still too faint. Thank you. Short one, call it healing. Can you tell me where love ends and hate begins, and where compassion ends and complacency begins, where anger ends and forgiveness begins, where the children of this world are no longer living, are no longer someone's son or daughter, but just the young and needy, burdened to all. And at what point is innocence lost? And at what point should we forget them? Or worse, ignore them? How hollow is the heart that who must ponder this? And how shallow is the soul who cannot reconcile or console or even faintly murmur any gesture sincere? Or is that what we become? So indulged we're mute? Is this the legacy we leave? Thank you.